And probably the last time we've gone through this whole visioning process and doing what you're doing today was about a year ago, when we said, you know what, we were at about 100 units, we were at $240 million in revenues, sales revenues, and we said, you know, we're having a tough time with the people we have leading the company. First and foremost, us. We were, you know, we were just like anyone else. We're hard workers. We knew what we knew, and honestly, we knew what we didn't know. We had no experience growing our footprint into a national organization. And we said, well, we can either try to just keep grinding along, or we can go and identify the right people who have done that in the past and have succeeded. Good friends of mine did that a number of years ago. Robin Sorensen over at Firehouse. They brought in Don Fox, who had led Burger King prior to coming to them and has been running the company. If you see Robin or Chris, I think their card says either founder or co-founder. And from a long time ago, we said, now that's success. When you don't have a job, you know, you go around, you kiss babies, you hug people, and you get to talk to wonderful people like this. And so we brought in someone who had been at the ground level with Progressive Insurance back in 1985, when they were a $750 million company. Worked at the highest level, growing their national footprint and distribution, to just a few years ago, where they were at that point a $16 billion company. He had done it already. He knew people in that organization and many others who they had filled in those blanks already. He had done it. We brought in a CFO from H&R Block. H&R Block, you know, one of the leading international companies that's also a financial service company and a franchising company. He's our CFO, and we brought in other people. In all, we spent millions of dollars on the level of people who were going to take us to where we needed to end up, not where we were today. And a lot of it is sometimes scary. And I guess you know, the last thing I'll say, and then you'll have some thoughts too, is if you're going to take a risk, how many people invest in mutual funds? In one way or another. Do you have any control? No. Do you have any control? In fact, you're probably at the back of the bus. There are a lot of people who know things and can do things that you don't. If you're going to take a risk on anything at all, the best thing you could take a risk on is yourself. I guarantee it. And so in your business. So with that.
Yeah, I just wanted to say a couple things. You know, when Jeff asked us to speak, and you know, I've known Jeff my whole life, and I think the world of him. It's amazing the way he thinks about business and is a student of business. And I was just kind of thinking about the point of today, and getting away from your business and looking at it from outside. One of the things that we absolutely do is, and we didn't do it ourselves, is this building financial models. And really, when you go to make a decision, and I know when you're small, a lot of times you're like, okay, that sounds good, let's just try this. Oh, this is a good idea, let's just try that. And you're not basing these decisions on actual facts. You're just like, oh, it sounds like a good idea, or by common sense, it just seems like something that would obviously work. And so I'll give you an actual example. We, probably two years ago, you know, we're growing really fast, all these things, good things are happening. We're like, if our franchisees are so profitable and we're having to support them at such a level, what would it look like if we just had corporate stores in addition? And it would make, boy, that makes a lot of sense. If they're this profitable and we can do it with more scale, we'd be even more profitable doing it. Boy, that makes a lot of sense. We should do that. And on the surface, that does make a lot of sense, and many people would have made that decision. We said, that'd be irresponsible to just make that decision that way. Let's use one of our partners. We went to Heritage Capital. They've been our partners from the very beginning, and we sat down with them and spent months building financial models and saying, okay, if we do this, what does that look like? What does success look like? How does that affect our cash flow? How does it affect our focus on our core business, and so on and so forth? And at the end of the day, what was an obvious no-brainer, we should have done it, we chose not to. And I could go through, I could spend all day, all those types of decisions all the way over the last 10 years, but it takes discipline to slow down sometimes and look at the facts and build the whether it's a financial model, or look at the intended consequences and the unintended consequences of your decisions. And make sure that what seems obvious at the surface may not be a good decision when you really think about all the unintended consequences. So that was just one.